Hi Redeemer, Pastor Morgan here as we return to Redeemer Encouragements this week in this new season. Many things are starting up again after the summer. Especially many families will find themselves going back into school or homeschool. People might be heading back to university. And lots of us are kind of rebuilding our routines. Might have been 8 weeks since we last had to be anywhere or do anything. It might have been 7 months since we had to make lunch or get the kids dressed and to school. It might have been many months now that we've been able to have dinner together as a family every night, something that might have been rare in the years before that. I think all of us in some way are rebuilding our routines at the moment. And this new start, that's a great opportunity. We can look at the things over summer or over these last several months that we've picked up that we want to continue and keep in our routines. Maybe your family did get to have dinner together every night. How could you try to hold on to that even as you rebuild your routine and all other obligations? You might have got into a great pattern of family worship, and how can that stay a central part of your routine, even with competing pressures and places to be and jobs to do? But it's also an opportunity to get rid of things. Maybe there's some bad habits you fell into over these past few months, where you weren't reading the Bible together. Well, this is an opportunity as a family to rebuild your routine and say, what do you want at the center? Maybe you haven't had a good pattern of exercise or eating or sleeping, and now's a great opportunity to build that back in. But as we build our routines, we need to remember that we follow a God of grace, who calls us not to follow the perfect routine, but who calls us to rest. Jesus comes to us not with an invitation to get the perfect routine. No, Jesus invites us to rest. He says, "Come to me, you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Jesus invites us to rest. So while it's right that we build our new routines and do it wisely, and we should be ambitious for our families and for the kingdom and for how we might grow in Christ, we should make sure that this coming season, whatever routine we build, is one that's based on resting in Christ. How can we make sure that we do get and continue to have good time to rest as a family? How can we have time to rest in Jesus and meet with his people? But also, how can we make sure that our timetable isn't built around what we need to achieve, what we need to gain? How can we just embrace the season that God gives us as a gift? It's not all about gain, it's about the gift that God gives. So we return to a new season. Let's be strategic. Let's think hard about these new routines that we build. But let's make sure that at the center of it all is resting in Jesus and his grace.